On this week's breaking news, Stranger Things is coming. The behind the scenes of Wicked gets a Legofication, and there's a new AI to sort your Lego bricks. All that and much more on this week's breaking news. Today's episode is brought to you by Brick Bags. If you're like me, you've probably run into the same problem. We love building Lego sets, but we just don't have the space to keep them all on display forever. So what happens when it's time to rotate them out? Most of us toss the pieces into some random bin or squeeze them into plastic baggies that just don't fit, especially with the instructions. It's messy, it's frustrating, and it's far from ideal. That's where Brick Bags comes in. Brick Bags is an eco-friendly storage solution designed specifically for your Lego sets, each bag having a clear pouch for the instructions so you always know which set is inside, and a use of a high-quality nylon material. And they come in 4 sizes, from small, perfect for 100-piece builds, all the way up to extra large, which can hold up to 1,500 pieces. They're durable, versatile, and huge upgrades from your usual Ziploc solution. And here's the best part. Brick Bags will be launching their Kickstarter on June 30th. As they hit stretch goals, new colors will be unlocked, so whether you want 1, 2, or 10, you can grab them early and support a project that actually gets how Lego fans store and sort. Click the link in the episode description to check it out, and seriously, treat your builds better with Brick Bags.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brick. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow Aprils about their Lego designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things Lego has been up to for the past week. Thank you all for tuning in to this week's pod, and if you are new, welcome. And if you are a longtime listener, I appreciate you coming back to listen to me ramble on about Lego more. I feel like I've said those exact words many times. Being a avid podcaster, and once a week you kind of just get into a standard rhythm, but there's nothing new other than constant news and admin. I've been working pretty hard at work, as I've been saying, and I actually went on a podcast, which I'll plug here, AFOLS_welcome, and you should check that out. The podcast will go live on Monday, so I'll still link them in the description so you can check that out. I actually featured one of their builds on the channel, I don't know how many months ago, well, actually not that long ago, in August, but it was a really fun discussion and definitely something you guys should check out. That's it on the admin side. When we do the end of the podcast, first, let me thank my patrons over at Patreon. You can become one as well. You get behind the scenes access to me, as well as the Back to Work brand. You get it early and no ads and a bunch of other fun things. So definitely check that out. Now that I've said that, at the end of the episode, we will do our set reviews. Our first set is going to be set 21344, the Orient Express, which is retiring this year. And our rebrickable set is the Pirate Baby Tribute by Brickturn. So those will be fun discussion points and definitely a way to, continue our love of Lego. All right, let's get into this week's first breaking news story. Black Friday. Right around the corner. We got about a month till it happens, and that means a lot of Lego sales are coming. Black Friday dates have been revealed, and it's on Insider weekend. It's going to be November 22nd through the 23rd, and we're not really sure exactly what we're going to get. There's going to be probably some gifts with purchase that have gone specifically for Lego sets, and they might resell them pretty quickly on those days. And then, of course, there's different ways to get new things that they're going to do, because they'll probably do some for the latest sets coming out in November and things that have been for the past year to get stocked down. Lego Group will be celebrating Cyber Monday from November 28th through December 1st as well. So definitely, you got a lot of options. You're going to spend a lot of money and a lot of points, but it's good because they'll probably do like double or triple Insider's points for some sets, and then you can have that for the holiday season. Police in California are working pretty hard, and I think I talked about this just a week or so ago, talking about the recovery of Lego sets, but this one was very strange, where they recovered hundreds of beheaded minifigures. Now, I'm not really sure what they were doing with the minifigure heads, other than maybe reselling them for something or some other weird project to it, but yeah, those sets were recovered and those people arrested, and try not to steal Lego sets anymore. Lego has a gift of purchase coming, valued at $20, the Halloween pumpkin set. It has a light up pumpkin and with just a standard face with a little ghost kind of floating off to the side when you spend $120 or more through the 27th, through next week time. And there's of course a lot of different sets that you definitely should get, and there's fun sets specifically for the Halloween season, such as Jack Skellington and the Nightmare Before Christmas sets, the Sanderson sisters house, which is actually retiring this year as well. So if you haven't gotten that and love that movie like I do, it's perfect time to go get that as well. LEGO has an insider's wish list giveaway going on now where you can win up to $1,000 of LEGO, which is one Death Star. The promotion runs through November 23rd. You can enter over at the insiders for a chance to win. I mean, I have an extensive wish list. I have multiple wish lists, and they definitely come up to over $1,000 on a lot of them. But then you can cater one specifically to $1,000 and send it to LEGO once you win. These contests are always hard to get, but why not? Throw it out there. Maybe you will win. Wicked for Good is coming to theaters very soon. November 21st is the release of the latest movie, part 2 of the Wicked movie series, and they've gone behind the scenes with the Wicked for Good minifigures and some other fun little details. And some people are a little upset because it does do some leaks that people didn't like from the movie, or at least getting them out so soon. But I mean, I guess people have seen the musical's been out for a very long time, so spoiler alerts, I guess. But it's fun to see the animation of the minifigures and going through their songs, and they've brickified the primary scene. Because I knew you, and I'm excited for the movie, and I think the minifigures, finally having them in minifigure form, was a good choice for LEGO to finally do. Stranger Things, the final season is approaching, also in November, and it looks extremely dark, and, well, it's got a new set coming on the way that leaked this week. Releasing in January, actually. I think that's the final season. January 1st, I think, is the final episodes of the season. The leak will be the Creel house. There's already been images out, and it looks really cool, and it's going to cost about $300, but the real reason you want it is for the minifigures, because there's even Vecna. If you don't know who that is, go watch Stranger Things. We're doing a rewatch right now, and I still think the first Stranger Things set is one of my all-time favorite sets, and this one will be a nice addition to kind of round out the Stranger Things. They do have the brick heads, so you might want to go get those too. Just continue supporting Stranger Things and LEGO and getting some really cool minifigures along with it. Now, for no free ads, but we all know Wicked Bricks. They're the display and lighting company, primarily display, for a lot of LEGO sets. And they just did one as a limited edition one for the Death Star. And they even mark how many are left, and it seems that there's almost 500 left because, well, the box itself, which is just an acrylic box with some display sections on the front and a screen on the back, is $404, and then you have to ship it from the UK, which is so far and so expensive. Definitely not in my price range to do a box to put a slice of a LEGO set into, but if you're interested, you can go check it out. No free ads though. There's a new startup that is trying to sort your bricks for you. It's called Sort-A-Brick. And what it does is it uses AI to scan the LEGO bricks that you have and help piece them out. What you do is you box up your LEGO, send it into them, and it'll scan them and tell you what sets probably are in this loose bin. So maybe there's a ton of let's just say a Technic car set. They'll tell you like, hey, we're going to bag this up. This is definitely from that car set. And it doesn't have all the pieces, or it does. Who knows? It could, because when you buy bulk, you never know. But that's a fun way of definitely helping in the process instead of having to figure it out yourself. It scans them. You can discover what sets they are and then receive ready to build sets back based on the bricks that you sent in. Very cool idea. Great use of the AI systems that we are going to be having for the rest of our lives until the AI takes over and, well, end of the world. You know, that old chestnut. The Lego Batman video game publisher is reportedly up for sale. Multiple news sources have reported that Warner Bros. Discovery, the company that owns a number of media and entertainment sources, are shopping around for a new owner. Not really sure why. Warner Brothers has been great for Batman and definitely for the series of, well, they just had a new game coming out for Batman, so I wonder why they're trying to sell it. They've been working with TT Games for quite some time, but it seems that that's going away, and the Lego is going to probably do some internal work for a while, and we'll see how that goes. But TT Games has been like the basis of it, and Warner Brothers, I'm guessing, is just trying to make a buck because, well, Batman is big, and with the new video game, we might see a surge in popularity for Batman. The Bricklink designer program has been extremely popular. So popular, in fact, that someone created an entire breakdown of the sets that have been sold for the Bricklink designer program. And it starts all the way from now, since the beginning of all of them, and which ones are the lowest and which ones are the highest. And the highest selling one currently is the Adventure in Transylvania, which I think is one of the most unique sets that have come out of this, at 49,000 sales. And the lowest is the Lost City at 8,167 sales. So you can kind of see, based on this chart, what people are really interested in getting. There's just a lot of ideas out there, and which ones can be selected is based on you. You vote, they get selected, and they move forward and possibly become Lego sets. There's only 5 chosen each round, and I think they just finished up Series 9, so Series 10 will be in a couple months to continue getting people's ideas together and seeing which ones can become sets. But there you go. If you want to know what you should be building and designing for the next series, look at these numbers. BrickBoy. Now, that's new. That's not Lego. That's by a great creator, Natalie the Nerd. I've talked about her before, that she created a working Game Boy inside the Lego Game Boy. And guess what? It's going to be real. It's going to Kickstarter on October 28th, where you can actually buy a fully serviced Game Boy kit to put in the Lego Game Boy. It comes with a custom screen, a new board, and an ability to drop in any Game Boy games in the back without major modifications. Like, that's crazy. You can use the buttons, and I'm definitely going to do this. I need to buy a second Game Boy because I want to have the regular one and then this one to actually play games on. What a unique idea, and I'm not sure what it's going to cost at Bricklink, but they actually have a small video over on their channel, and it's called BrickBoy, so you can go and check that out, and showing the way that, well, the Lego Game Boy should be used for, actually playing Lego games and, any other Game Boy game. LEGOLAND, Florida is celebrating the holidays. And they're bringing back all their decorations that they've done with the large-scale minifigure scale Christmas tree and the really big one. And there's a bunch of different dates that they're going to be doing festivals, specifically 6th, 13th, 20th, 24th, and 31st. They're going to be doing the Festive Wonderland, and they'll have parades because that's brand new. There's different events such as holiday scavenger hunt in the Duplo Village, Festival of Flurries, a dance party with a snowman. And they're probably doing this in California too, and maybe in other areas, but it's a perfect time to take the kids for a holiday, not just to Disney, but go over to Legoland, which is about an hour away. It's not actually that far, and enjoy these events with a Lego twist to it. Now, for adults, I say no, unless you want to go to the big store, which I haven't gone yet. I need to go so I can buy more things that are Lego affiliated that are not at a Lego store. But time to celebrate the holidays is coming up really fast. Speaking of the Lego Batman game, there's already been an alpha version come out, and people have done some deep dive videos showcasing that there are some new features that we weren't aware of just yet. Some such as the game's map, which is part of the North Island, Central Island, and South Island, showing the different areas that you want to collect, like the rubber ducks or the different tokens that you can find. And of course, there's going to be coins most likely throughout it. The Legend of the Dark Knight players also can look at different crimes being committed and thefts and different areas that they can go to. And the characters that you can change to, because of course there's different comic book costumes that you might want to change into. So there's a plethora of new things that we didn't know about as we're going into the game, and they'll probably continue to do DLCs and have those updated as well. Lego Play is at the MCM Comic Con and EGX this weekend from the 24th through the 26th in London. And it looks like we're going to get some fun new product reveals. There's going to be a reveal by Lego designers on the 25th, a event where you can become a Lego designer, and then product signing by Lego designers. So who's going to be the Lego designer? That's a great question. We have no idea. But the 26th, we're getting a build and dash with Beat Vicstar and then Vicstar meet and greet. And I'm not really sure who that is, but apparently they're a Lego influencer or something. Or they're just really someone that I just should know, but pop culture has escaped me on that. But I love when they do events and have people come out and experience the sets that they're coming out with and so many other things. So it looks like it's going to be a fun weekend for people at the Game Con in London. All right, everyone, that's all I have this week. As you can see, it's a shorter week, but there was definitely some news that needed to be shared because that's what we do here. So I hope you learned a lot, and I hope that you come back and learn more from every week as we dive into more and more news. Make sure to subscribe to this. Go over to the YouTube channel because that's where I'm going to be focusing most of my energies. So you can check that out and find some other cool videos and things that I'll be doing there. All right, now it's time to move into our review section. And our first review is going to be a Lego set. This week is set 21344, the Orient Express. It's an 18 plus set, 2,540 pieces, and it has 8 minifigures included, and it'll cost you $300. This was a Lego Ideas set, and I'm very jealous that I didn't do this because what a great build for an idea to be chosen. It has 4 stars out of 5 with 161 reviews. This set is retiring. So if you want it, it's time to get it. Come October, the end of October and early November, that's when things start selling out really quickly. Now, I've talked about this set before, but what I really want to capture is just the detail that they really went into for this. They showed it has 2 carriages and the main engine with the coal train section. There's some controversy about the engine section because it's not like the Emerald, which is the primary driver for the Orient Express, but people have made mocks and all that, so it's not a big deal. You can definitely go change it if you want to. And there's no power function, which kind of sucks too because people want that. And the track is just for display, but it can go on regular Lego track if you want it to. The 2 carriages are very detailed with interiors, such as the main staterooms where you can get a bed, and there's even a small typewriter and a fun little bathroom because, of course, you got to have a bathroom if you're going to build a Lego set. And then they have the main carriage of the dining room, which is legendary for long trips to have these. And it's my dream to go on the Orient Express one day. It's not cheap. I think it's like $15,000 or $20,000 for like 2 days. So yeah, maybe if I become rich somehow. But the detailing on the exterior of the train is just as good with the gold trim. And they even have the writing on the top in stickers that show which cities that you can go to through this. And it actually was a mistake where you could, some of the printing was wrong for some of the new sets, so you can request them to send you a new sticker sheet to fix that. But really cool set. Honestly, I have it, and I'm so excited to eventually build it and find some space for it because the Orient Express is it's a legendary train and a great thing to add into your Christmas village or whatever if you have a giant train set area. And now moving into our Rebrickable review, the Brick Baby Tribute by Brick Turn. And it's 298 pieces, and it'll cost you €6. So that's honestly a little more expensive than it should be, but I am not the designer on it. What it is it's the Pirate Tribute minifig in baby form. So the one that they sell at the Lego house in Billund, this one is just a baby version of it. So it's got a baby parrot, it's got a baby hook and a baby peg leg and a baby pirate hat. And it uses the face that they use for the baby astronaut to have the same look. So it does look like a little baby minifigure in large scale figure. And it's not a lot of pieces. At just under 300. That means that it's not going to be expensive to buy those parts. I don't think there's anything extremely rare. The hat piece with the crossbones might be a little expensive, and the astronaut baby was a gift with purchase that has sold pretty low price on eBay. So if you want to add this and to your large scale minifigure pirate dad, then you should definitely go and check this out. All right, everyone. Thank you so much again for listening to this week's podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you very much for keeping this podcast going. And I'll leave you, as I always do, get creative, get out there, and go build something.